I'm Daniel Fisher, Director of Product Optimization here at Sweetwater Sound. Today I'd like to show you the new Boss VE20 vocal processor. I've been reading about this thing, but I only got to play with it yesterday, and I was really surprised at how many different things this thing can do at once. It's very exciting. To start, we'll talk about the inputs and outputs. It's got quarter-inch or XLR for your input, which means you can use line-level things or microphones. And you can also use phantom power, so pretty much any kind of microphone you want to use in this will work. It's also got a quarter-inch line out that doubles as a stereo headphone out, as well as left and right quarter-inch outs. So this is a really nice high-quality direct box as well with a preamp. And since it has headphone outs and runs on batteries or AC power, the AC adapter, you could sit in a chair and practice with this thing, just with this in your lap, and it's a lot of fun. I've been having fun with it today. So the first thing I want to show you is what it sounds like when you plug it in. Right now I'm in bypass, but you turn it on and right away you can see it's a really nice preamp. It's got excellent reverbs. It does reverbs as well as delays. It does chorus, flange, this tremolo effect they call strobe. It does gentle pitch correction as well as that really hard T-pain type of pitch correction. It does dynamics, so you get compression. It has enhancement on that. It also does doubling, so you can sound like 2 people singing, 3 people singing in unison, and even 6 people singing if you want kind of a crowd sound. And you can also do harmonies, so you can get thirds on this that stay diatonic to the key that you set, or you can get fifths, or you can get thirds and fifths, so you can have 3-note chords, and then you can even choose the inversion of that. So there's a lot of power in this thing. And then, which is a lot of fun, this thing has a 38-second looper. And you can loop as many times as you want. It's got pretty much infinite looping, and each time you make another pass of looping, you can use a different effect from this box. So it's very cool. This setting right here is called Hard Rock. It's got some compression and a nice reverb. Here they're calling this Pop. It's got a little brighter reverb, a little shorter. Here's Ballad. It's got a nice big reverb. Nice soft sound. They're calling this one Plain Rock, very warm but tight room. This is called Jazz. I guess it's sort of an intimate setting. Here's your Echo. Cathedral. This will show you how big the room sizes can get, or the hall sizes. Here's a hip-hop setting. They're using distortion as well as a room setting. Very cool. And this one I love. This one's called Harmonica, and they're basically simulating a green bullet mic and the distortion and EQ that you would get from one of those. Very cool. So now this is doubling, so it kind of has the effect of 2 people singing. I should state I'm not a trained singer, and I'm not even an untrained singer, but I'll do my best for you here. So da, 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 da. Here's triple, so now it sounds like 3 people talking at once, each have their own slight pitch deviation and timing deviation. And here's a 6-voice version, so you can do really full things. And because the foot pedal lets you switch on and off, you can jump and just have the 6 voices in the chorus or punch a certain section. Here's a 5th harmony for doing your monk songs. Here's thirds. Thirds and fifths. Here's thirds and fifths root position. Now the 5th is on top. Here's a radio voice. Got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. And it's just a bandpass kind of sound. Here's distortion. Get a nice distorted sound there. And this is called strobe. It's basically a tremolo. It lets you set the speed for that. And then you got your standard chorus that just warms everything up. And of course your flange. and then it does the pitch correction. The pitch correction is kind of hard to show because I've got an open mic, so you're going to hear my voice as well as the original. But that brings up a good point with all of the different types of pitch correctors. People complain when they sing into it, if they have headphones or monitors, that they're hearing this chorusing sound. What it really is your corrected pitch, and then you're hearing your own voice from your jaw to your ear, and you're hearing that difference. So it sounds chorusy to you, but you'll have to just trust that out there to the audience, they're just hearing your corrected pitch. You can do the pitch correction softly, or you can do it chromatically, so things stay in a nice chromatic motion. Again, this is really hard to demonstrate like this, so that's why I brought this Theremin to show that to you. You can also do this thing called robot voice.
Exterminate! One of these days, I'm going to cut you into little pieces.
Here's one set for vocal percussion, which probably is a good time to show off the phrase looper. So you just hit this phrase looper button. Now every time you step on the pedal, you're recording. And you can do it as many times as you want, and if you wanted, each time you could go to a different sound effect. I'll just do a quick little groove here. I'm not a beatboxer. Then every time you step, as many times as you want. So the last thing I'll show you now is I'll put the Theremin through this. Change the mic sensitivity real quick here, because the Theremin is loud. So plug the Theremin in, and basically a Theremin, you choose the pitch and the volume by how close your hand is to these metal poles. One's curved, one's straight. And there's the note. As I move my hand closer, you hear that. As I move my hand closer to this, the volume goes away. But now, as you can imagine, this is a very difficult instrument to play in tune, because your hand can go anywhere. But watch this. If I set this thing to chromatic, instantly this Theremin is now a perfectly stepped, half-step instrument. And if I set it to soft pitch correct, you'll hear that I stay in tune, but you don't hear any of those glitchy steps. So this is the Boss VE20 vocal processor. My name is Daniel Fisher. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to call your Sweetwater sales engineer. Thank you.